Between 1914 and 1918, World War I shattered the physical landscape of Europe. Millions were dead, and entire cities were reduced to debris. Out of that wreckage emerged a collective hunger for a clean break from the past. A society traumatized by the war looked for a visual language that spoke of optimism and progress. They found it in the rapid electrification of cities and the acceleration of the Industrial Revolution. These mechanical dynamos and dials represent the raw materials of a technological boom that was about to be styled into an aesthetic. In 1925, the International Exposition of Modern Decorative and Industrial Arts in Paris gave this collision of hope and machinery a unified identity. Taking its name from that exhibition, Art Deco transformed mechanized industry into high fashion. It was an anti-traditional elegance defined by the clean lines of the machine age. Art Deco functioned as the visual manifestation of a society trying to overwrite the memory of the trenches with the polished promise of the future. Completed in 1930, William Van Allen's Chrysler Building embodies the specific rules of the movement. From its position dominating the Manhattan skyline, the tower serves as a case study for the era's obsession with height and geometry. Architects achieved this soaring profile through the use of continuous vertical piers and sequential stepped-back setbacks. These lines work together to pull the viewer's eye constantly upward. While these tiered forms were required by New York's 1916 zoning laws to keep light on the streets below, they were used here to project a sense of unyielding economic power. This vertical momentum is matched by the building's geometry. In this view of the stainless steel crown, notice the layered triangular windows that mimic the precision and repetition of industrial gears. The sunburst pattern formed by these tiers functioned as a recurring symbol of optimism for a generation rebuilding after the devastation of 1918. Look at the metallic curves of this Chrysler Eagle gargoyle. Its streamlined profile directly resembles a car's hood ornament, embedding the era's fascination with the automobile and mechanical speed directly into the architecture. These skyscraper exteriors were treated as giant static machines, monuments to the industrial boom and the kinetic spirit of the modern world. While the exterior focused on monumental scale, moving into the lobby reveals how these same principles were applied to the human experience. By organizing facades and interiors around a central axis, designers established a profound sense of visual order. This mirrored symmetry created a feeling of authority and calm within the noise of the modern city. Inside, every surface was considered an opportunity for detail. Ornament was not merely applied to the walls, it was integrated directly into the structural materials of the room. The elevator bank doors showcase a deliberate fusion of materials. Cold industrial steel is framed by exotic natural textures, like the deep red African marble used throughout the lobby. Each door features unique wood marquetry, a technique of inlaying thin veneers to create patterns. Here, the wood is shaped into fan-shaped sunburst patterns, mirroring the geometric precision of the building's exterior. Looking up, Edward Trumbull's ceiling fresco celebrates the planners and laborers of the machine age. It stylizes human creativity and modern engineering into a series of geometric bands, completing the lobby as an immersive environment. These interiors were designed to make the industrial age feel luxurious. They turned functional space into a total work of art that was ordered, opulent, and human-centric. This General Electric washing machine shows how the style scaled down from skyscrapers to mass-produced goods. By the 1930s, the lines of the machine age were embedded in almost every aspect of domestic life. It permeated fashion as well. In this Paul Pommet dress, bold geometric patterns and luxurious fabrics turn clothing into a form of wearable architecture. This aesthetic resilience allowed Art Deco to survive as a symbol of hope even during the economic darkness of the Great Depression. But the outbreak of World War II in September 1939 created a shockwave that domestic progress could not survive. Almost overnight, the global war economy demanded strict material conservation. The luxury of the 1920s was replaced by the necessity of rationing and austerity. Art Deco relied on expensive, exotic materials and labor-intensive ornamentation. Under the demands of a total global conflict, that level of extravagance became both practically and morally impossible to sustain. Art Deco remains a fleeting time capsule. It captures the moment humanity attempted to make the machinery of the industrial era beautiful, right before a global war stripped the world back to bare, brutal functionalism.